Hi guys, it's Xenia. Welcome back to my channel. So today I finally got my hands on the brand new Everyday Luxuries collection from Bath & Body Works. Bath & Body Works did their kind of like luxury fragrance dupes last year, and I reviewed all those body mists in a video last year, so I'm gonna link it up here if you want to check that out. But we just got new dupes, so there is 7 more luxury designer fragrance dupes. This video, by the way, is not sponsored by any means. I wish Bath & Body Works would sponsor me. That would be a dream sponsor right there. I'm so glad that they're continuing these collections, and I hope that they just give us more and more and more. The first launch was so good. There were some incredible dupes. Like, I'm not talking about, okay, they just kind of give off a vibe to these perfumes. No, not only were they super identical, like they had a dupe of Delina last year, which is nearly a $400 perfume, and the body mist was like 15, but on a sale day you could get it for $5 or even for free if you have a coupon. So it was an incredible dupe, and I know you probably say, oh well, it's a body mist, it's not really gonna perform that well. You'd be surprised. These body mists are so strong. They give off perfume vibes, not only smell wise. They're actually pretty potent, not something you'd expect out of a body mist. And they're really good dupes in the sense that they're not those repetitive dupes that keep getting duped, like Baccarat Rouge, which that is in here. But there's other fragrances that are duped that are not duped as often, if that makes sense. So I'm excited to get into it. I didn't get every single one, although I did smell every single one, and I made a little note so I could kind of share my opinions on them. But I didn't want to just get the whole collection if it was going to be a scent that I wasn't going to use, or if I had the perfume, even though I did get some body mist that I had the perfume of because I just love the scent so much. And then other than that, I also got this little Sweethearts new mist for Valentine's Day that I'm going to talk about as well. With that said, let's get straight into it. Please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and turn your post notifications on, and let's get started. This mist is called You're Cheeky, and this one is a dupe for Carolina Herrera's Good Girl Blush. I decided to pick this up because I did have Good Girl Blush for a little bit in my collection, and then I ended up giving it to a friend because she really liked it. But that fragrance was really good. There wasn't really a specific reason why I got rid of it. I just felt like my friend wanted it more, and I already have like so many other scents, so I was fine with it leaving my collection. But I was really excited to see it in body mist form because then I don't have to rebuy that over $100 perfume. And this is actually a really great dupe. It smells identical to it, like identical. I cannot emphasize enough how good these dupes are. This has pink peppercorn, warm almond flower, and vanilla bean. I feel like I would also add a little touch of patchouli in there, just like that dark, mysterious Carolina Herrera Good Girl vibe. It kind of does remind me of the OG Good Girl as well. I really like this one. 10 out of 10. Obviously, I picked it up. Next one I picked up, not gonna lie, this one is very basic, and it's a dupe that gets duped so many times. We've heard it before. This is not very exciting, but for some reason, I really like the way it smelled in body mist form. This is Midnight Addiction, and I really like the packaging of this one. It's giving more luxe body spray vibes in comparison to, you know, your typical Bath & Body Works packaging that's just like fun and kind of juvenile. This one's like, oh, she's giving a little bit more. This is a dupe for Black Opium. Not exciting, not something we haven't seen or smelled before. Obviously very overdone, but for whatever reason, I really enjoy this one. I like this because even though, okay, the notes are similar to Black Opium, it does have that addictive coffee bean, rich almond flower, and ripe plum. But I don't really smell the coffee in here, which for me is a bonus because the coffee in Black Opium is something that I actually don't really enjoy about it, even though it's like the main part of Black Opium. To me, this is way sweeter, more fruity, and more plummy, but like realistic plum instead of the more jammy kind of plum. I really enjoy this. Like, dare I say, I actually kind of like this more than Black Opium. This one is really strong too, and so is You're Cheeky. There's some in this collection that perform well and some that don't perform as well, but as I've said, with body mist, keep in mind you have to overspray. And when I say overspray, I don't just mean instead of doing your usual 2-3 sprays that you do with your perfumes, you do like 5. No, I mean instead of using 2-3 sprays, you do 20 to 30. I know that sounds excessive, but the only way you're gonna get body mist to last is by doing that. you have to do that. And they are body sprays, so you don't have to feel so bad about going through it as fast. But also you don't even have to worry about that because it's actually so hard to get through a body mist. You really have to spray, and even then you barely make a dent. The next one, this is my favorite. I love this one. It's my favorite scent wise, but it's my least favorite for performance. I just wish the performance was a little bit better on this, but at the same time I'm not mad because this is a dupe of a fragrance I have in my collection, which is one of my favorite perfume that smells so good, which is why I wanted to get the body mist, because I thought that it would just intensify the OG perfume that I have if I layered them together. So this is Guilty as Fig. This is one I was so excited to see duped because I don't see this duped very often or really at all. This is a dupe for Fleur's Father Figure. I love Father Figure, and I know a lot of people love it as well because it's out of stock always. A fragrance is so hard to get your hands on. It goes in and out of stock a lot. But if you can get your hands on it, it is so good. It is the most magical, sexy, very unisex fragrance, but it's not leaning too masculine or cologne-like, and it's also not overly feminine. Just like perfect unisex fragrance. And as you guys know, my love of fig just continues to grow. 2024 is when I really discovered my love for fig fragrances, and I just love this note so much. It's a magical note to me. This has fig nectar, lush jasmine, and creamy musk, and it smells just like Father Figure. Maybe a little bit more watered down, like not as strong, just not as like powerful. It definitely is a little bit more watered down, and it just doesn't last that well, which annoys me about it, because if I do like one spray here, in like 5 minutes, I'll barely smell it. So that's annoying. But if I do overspray and then putting Father Figure on top of it, it's perfect, because then I can just smell like this from head to toe, literally. And it's my favorite thing in the world. So I love this. I'm so glad that they do that. The last one that I picked up from the 7 that got released was Madame Mystique. This one has bright red berries, rose petals, and sultry woods. When I first saw this, I thought they were gonna dupe Coco Mademoiselle from Chanel, but it's not. It's definitely not. Honestly, not too far off from Midnight Addiction, but it's as if this scent had more of those like berries in it. It has more of a purpley vibe, but it's still that same kind of patchouli-esque black opium-y kind of scent. This is actually a dupe for Mon Paris from YSL, which is like this strawberry jammy patchouli kind of fragrance. And I've said this before, but that fragrance is actually not one of my favorites, because although the notes sound really good, the patchouli on my skin just overpowers, and I don't like that. Whereas in here, I liked it because I'm getting those berries without the overpowering patchouliness. So I do like this one a lot. Very sexy, very sultry, woodsy, floral, rose, berries. That's pretty much what it is. If you're into YSL Mon Paris, you'd love Madame Mystique. Okay, now let's talk about the 3 that I didn't pick up, and it's very evident why I didn't pick these up. Starting with Loyal to You. This one's a dupe for Devotion by Dolce & Gabbana, which I very highly dislike. I actually hate Devotion. It's like a sickly sweet gourmand citrus scent. It smells like you were baking a cake with cleaning products. It's not for me. I really heavily dislike this fragrance, and this body mist was spot on. So because of that, I did not like this. Obviously, didn't pick it up. Next, I didn't pick up Seeing Rouge. This is very obviously a dupe for Baccarat Rouge, which has been duped a million times, and I know we're all sick and tired of seeing this one, but there you have another dupe for Baccarat Rouge. I have the OG Baccarat Rouge, I have Cloud, I have so many other scents that are like it, and I do enjoy the scent, but I just didn't need yet another dupe of it. And the last one I didn't pick up is called Aqua Hour. I've seen people say that this is dupe of 2 different perfumes. Some people say it smells like Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino, and some people say it smells like Armani Acqua di Gioia. I don't know how to say it. In my opinion, it's definitely leaning more on Armani than Neroli Portofino. I don't find it that beachy as much as I do very aquatic and fresh, which is exactly why I didn't pick it up. I have my very curated favorite freshy perfumes that I absolutely love, so it was just unnecessary for me to add this to my collection. But if you are into fresh fragrances, this is a nice one to look into, because I know Bath & Body Works usually focuses more on sweeter scents, I feel like, for the most part. So for you fresh lovers out there, this will probably be a nice choice. And then the last fragrance that I have in this video is this. This is really fun. Has nothing to do with this collection, but I picked up the Sweethearts. This is a collaboration with Sweethearts, like the little candies. This is called Forever Sweet, and the packaging is really fun. I was kind of stunned when I saw the notes of this because I didn't expect it to be a grapey kind of fragrance, and I feel like grape is not something that I see a lot at Bath & Body Works. This one has candied grape, sweet berry, and powdered sugar. That all sounds really good to me. Very juvenile, but you know, I love those scents. Like, I love smelling like candy all day, every day. This is exactly that. It's a really fun, lighthearted, fruity, sweet candy kind of fragrance. It smells like the grape Jolly Rancher. Not necessarily getting so much of that powdered sugar. It's just very candy, grapey. It kind of smells, this is probably going to be so specific. It's a very niche comparison that I'm about to give. I don't know if you guys remember this. When you were in elementary school, you had those little book fairs and you would borrow money from your parents to go and buy little trinkets and whatnot. In those book fairs, they had these scented highlighters that I used to be obsessed with. I've always loved stationery type items. Specifically, there was one highlighter that smelled like grape. That's what this smells like. It's very specific, I know, but the first time I ever smelled this, it just took me back to my childhood and elementary school. Literally exactly what it smells like. Obviously, in saying that, not the most sexy, mature fragrance ever, but I love having these types of scents in my collection because I just love to smell fun and fruity, fresh, grapey, berry, especially when I'm just chilling around the house. This is like my favorite kind of scents to pull for because I just want to always be smelling like candy. Okay, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you picked up any of these scents from the new Everyday collection. If you tried this new Sweethearts Forever Sweet scent and what you think about it. Let me know your thoughts down below. That is it for me today. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and turn post notifications on, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!